So chalk it up to PlayStation fans for really looking into things and finding every little bit of information they can, because now some people are really hoping the PlayStation 5 reveal event is announced tomorrow, as they looked into what happened last generation, and yes, the PlayStation 4 reveal event was announced, what was the date? January 31st of 2013, and what's even more interesting is January 31st of 2013 was a Friday. What is tomorrow in the States? A Friday. So all of these things are lining up rather well. We'll take a look at that. Also, a great game is getting a physical release on the PlayStation 4 in Slime Rancher. We've got the Deluxe Edition announced for the PS4, and it's coming April 7th. And we've got some great PS4 game deals available right now on Control and the Sinking City Day 1 Edition. We'll talk that at the end of this video. First up, you gotta give credit to PlayStation fans, as the devil is really in the detail, and they are now thinking that the PlayStation 5 reveal announcement is happening tomorrow. That's what fans are reckoning. Essentially, there's really no evidence to suggest that Sony will announce the PS5 reveal event tomorrow. However, PlayStation, the official Twitter account, tweeted out on January 31st of 2013, "See the future," with a link to the usplaystation.com/meeting 2013. Of course, that was the PlayStation meeting to announce and fully reveal the PlayStation 4 and everything it had to offer. They didn't reveal the console, they just went over some specifications, games, things like that, but it's definitely more substantial information than we have right now. Right now, all we got is a logo and some specs, and a lot of rumors. And again, January 31st, 2013 was the date, but it was also a Friday, which lines up perfectly with January 31st of 2020. I feel like this is just something that everything just fell together, and, you know, PlayStation fans look into a lot of things. However, it would be really interesting if the PlayStation 5 did ultimately get announced tomorrow. I'm sure Sony and PlayStation is well aware of this, and it is about time we hear an announcement. And if you can line things up like this, why not line it up? It's just another piece of information that's gonna travel across the interwebs. It'll be posted on social media, it'll be posted across Reddit and things like that, and social awareness and social media awareness is something that PlayStation really understands right now. I am actually very impressed at how Sony has been handling their social media game, and they realize how important that is. I mean, there's a reason why, again, the PS5 logo reveal on Instagram, north of 5 million likes. That stat is just earth-shattering to me. It's just a ridiculous statistic, and again, social media numbers don't always correlate with, you know, the number of sales, but it does correlate with awareness, and you are getting the information out there, so it is something to note. Is the meeting gonna be announced tomorrow? I hope so, but I do imagine that the meeting is gonna happen sometime in February. Now, if you don't know what the PlayStation 4 meeting had to offer, and I wouldn't blame you, we're going back all the way to February of 2013 now, it was a pretty packed show. We saw the DualShock 4 and a bunch of newly confirmed games. Infamous Second Son was there, Killzone Shadowfall was there, I believe Knack was there as well. They showed off a lot of cool games. I know I'm highlighting Knack of all games, but Knack, when it was revealed, man, it looked really cool, and some of the particle effects in that game were ridiculous. We also got a look at Deep Down, Capcom's dungeon crawler that to this day has still yet to be released, and who knows if that game is still in development. It looks like it is, but I doubt that that is gonna come at any point. Who knows? Capcom's been doing a lot of good stuff recently, so maybe at some point Deep Down will come to fruition, and who knows about everything else as far as what's gonna be revealed at the PlayStation 5 reveal event. There's been speculation on the price, there's been speculation on the games, the PS5 Pro. Personally, I would like to see mainly the games. We've got to know some launch games. We got to know what's going to be the selling factor of the PlayStation 5. And that's like the main thing that the reveal event really should highlight. Yeah, I care about how the console looks. Yeah, I care about the price point a lot. And obviously the price point is very important to how the console sells. But I imagine it's going to be $500. Everybody else is speculating $500, and $500, while that would be a hefty price point, if you come out of the gates and announce a Demon's Souls remake, some new IP from Santa Monica, if you announce something like Horizon 2, man, people are going to be a-okay with a $500 price point if the performance is there, and more importantly, the game lineup is there, which is something I really think they should establish right out of the game, because we know about Xbox Series X games, we know about Hellblade 2, we know about Halo Infinite coming. Obviously, it's a cross-generation title, but still, we know that these games are coming. At this point, with the PlayStation 5, we know about Godfall, and that's essentially it, so they really got to get the ball rolling on that. Obviously, making a bigger deal out of it than it really needs to be as far as them announcing games. Once they get the ball rolling, I'm sure Sony's got a solid first-party lineup of exclusives coming to the PlayStation 5, but as far as this reveal event being announced tomorrow, hey, PlayStation fans are hoping for it, and Sony keeps their eyes on things like this. I'm guaranteeing you that Sony is well aware of something like this, so if it is announced tomorrow, that would be really interesting, and again, it's just another thing that is going to go over the social media airwaves, and it's gonna be everywhere. People are gonna post it. Oh my god, Sony did this last generation too. Just another thing to talk about, and Sony really knows how to stay in the news, so let's hope an announcement is made tomorrow. Alright, enough about that. Let's talk Slime Rancher Deluxe Edition coming to the PlayStation 4 on April 7th. Now, you might not know about Slime Rancher, but it is an awesome game, and it's being published by Skybound Games and developer Monami Park, and they will be releasing Slime Rancher Deluxe Edition, a new physical edition of the first-person sandbox game for PS4, and it'll be coming at $34.99. Pre-orders are available now at major game retailer websites and Skybound.com. So what does the Deluxe Edition include? The full game and every content update, the popular Secret Style Pack, and fashion playlist, downloadable content packs, a guide to the Far Far Range, the Slimepedia booklet, and digital copies of the original soundtracks with over 50 songs included. Slime Rancher has a pretty good soundtrack, so that's definitely a nice inclusion, all at the price of $35, which is pretty good right out of the gate. Now, if you don't know what Slime Rancher is all about, you take on the role of a plucky young rancher who sets out for a life 1,000 light years away from Earth on the Far Far Range to stake claim and make her a fortune wrangling slimes. Players collect colorful slimes, grow jobs, harvest resources, and explore the untamed wild through the mastery of their all-purpose backpack. With the Slime Rancher Deluxe Edition, experienced explorers of the Far Far Range can blaze a new trail, while novice slime farmers can explore a vast, distant planet filled with jiggly slimes for the very first time. Monami Park originally launched version 1.0 of Slime Rancher on Steam and Xbox One in August of 2017. Since then, the game has received over a dozen free updates that have included new slimes, zones, gadgets, and holiday events. Slime Rancher has delighted players and families around the world, selling over 2 million copies and winning multiple awards, including being named the best simulation game in Game Informer's Best of 2017 awards. Skybound Games and Monami Park previously partnered to release the game in the first ever physical box edition in the fall of 2018. So Slime Rancher Deluxe Edition coming to the PlayStation 4, a great game, you get all the content, and it's priced very well at $34.99, so check that out if you're interested. Maybe don't pick it up right away, but I imagine it is going to go on sale relatively quickly, and by the fall, you can probably get it south of $20. Alright, lastly, I do want to cover some great PS4 game deals that are available right now. Most notably, Control is down to $29.99 over on GameStop. You can pick this up locally in-store, or you can order it online, free pickup at store, of course. Control is an awesome game. I thought it was very, very underrated. Obviously, it came from Remedy, a studio that PlayStation guys might not be all too familiar with, as they've done a lot of Xbox and PC exclusives with titles like Alan Wake and Quantum Break. And Remedy is most known for their quality storytelling, and Control definitely has that, but what I feel like Remedy really did right with Control was from a gameplay side of things. It has some awesome gameplay, and it's just a very fun game to play, and a lot of different mechanics with all of the upgrades and things like that. Again, the story is really interesting. I can understand why, and this is the issue with Remedy games pretty regularly. $59.99, kind of a steep price to pay for a shorter game like this. I paid $59.99 for it, and I thought it was absolutely worth it. I thought it was a very, very compelling title. But for other people, I could see why you would be on a little bit of a fence with this one, but at $29.99, man, this is the perfect price, and you do get a solid amount of content out of this one. It is single player only, but you're getting a solid 12 to 15 hour campaign. There's some DLC release for it as well, so that'll extend the experience, but $29.99 for Control, definitely check that out, especially if you want a quality single player experience with some great gameplay and a great story. Control has that in spades, so check it out, especially at that $30 price point. And also, the Sinking City Day 1 Edition, it released at $59.99, that is still apparently the MSRP, and it is now down to $9.99 over at GameStop. Sinking City had a lot of interesting elements. It's an adventure and investigation game set in an open world inspired by the universe of H.P. Lovecraft, the master of horror. The game was developed by Frogwares, and yes, it does have some issues. However, it's a very atmospheric game, and I think from that standpoint, it does a lot of things right. $59.99, probably a little bit pricey for it, but at just $9.99, that is a ridiculous deal for the Sinking City, and this is a game that came out back in 2019, so for it to be down to $9.99, that's a pretty ridiculous price drop. But I can understand maybe the game didn't commercially perform up to par. Whatever the case may be, game is set in the 1920s on the east coast of the United States. The half-submerged city of Oakmont is gripped by supernatural forces. You play as a private investigator, uncovering the truth of what has possessed the city and corrupted the minds of its inhabitants and yours. That's a really interesting element of this game. It's a very psychological game, and a lot of the mind-twisting, mind-bending elements to it definitely add another layer to the Sinking City. So a pretty good title. $59.99 was steep, but at $9.99, that is a steal. So definitely check that out if you have yet to play Sinking City. So that's going to conclude this video. Again, a lot of PlayStation fans are hoping that the PS5 reveal event will be announced tomorrow. Lines up with last generation's announcement. A tweet was put out on January 31st of 2013. Hey, maybe things will line up and we get the announcement tomorrow. Seems like just a lot of hope at this point. Slime Rancher Deluxe Edition is headed to the PlayStation 4 on April 7th. $34.99 for that with all of the content updates, so that'll be a good buy. $29.99 for Control right now. Great deal on that. And Sinking City down to $9.99. Both of those available at GameStop. Links to them will be in the description box below. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.